drop down. And that's when my booga starts. That's when the energy comes, okay? And then you omitted the part where I had to fling your phone at you because my toaster, you went to go and collect, you want to collect his number. No, it's nothing, it's because he's cute. Okay, so what are you going to do with his number as he's cute? When I'm already struggling with your word on the streets like your fucking small boys.
My God. Hey! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, see, since I finished watching episode 7 of The Real Housewives of Abuja, have not stopped sighing. It's as if this particular episode kind of restricted my airflow. The gist I heard, especially towards the end of this particular episode, yekba. Hey! See, guys, immediately I went into prayers for Samantha because that kind of gist is the kind of gist that would destroy all Samantha has been working for in her entire life. That kind of gist is the kind of gist that has the potential of destroying Samantha's marriage, of even breaking her home. Did you guys hear it? See, I'm going to tell you all about it, but you need to watch the show for yourself. If you have a Showmax subscription, please go ahead and watch it. If you do not have a Showmax subscription, go ahead and subscribe so that you can watch for yourself. Because it was a lot. It was a lot. And the different basketballs here and there, once again, Tutu picking up a fight with comfort where none exists. As a matter of fact, you see that question I was asking in my previous video, when I reviewed the episode 6 of the show, asking what exactly comfort had done to Tutupie. Ladies and gentlemen, I discovered on this particular episode that there just might be nothing really that comfort actually did to offend Tutupie. And we're going to get into it. But before all of that tea was spilled, Princess, or let me call her full name, Princess Jecoco, gave us a show. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, I know that Princess can be very loud, extra, doing too much, sometimes very, very chatty, but guess what? On this particular episode, all of those attributes that she possesses, oh my God, she put them into perfect use by giving us a show and a beautiful and glorious display of our Igbo culture. Oh my God. Guys, you know what? I have a lot to say. Yeah, I have a lot to say. Let me not just spill everything on this intro, all right? So watch this video till the end to get all of that juicy scoop, all right? And don't forget to also drop in the comment section below. I am particularly interested in knowing your highlights for this particular episode, all right? And yeah, you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, guys, this is that time where you have to just go ahead and do exactly what you see on your screen, all right, so that you do not miss out on all the juicy tea from this community. Okay, and don't forget, guys, tomorrow is Saturday. We're going to be converging here for our Saturday YouTube live stream. 3 p.m. WAT is the time, so please do not miss out. All right, now quickly, let's proceed into the details of this particular episode of The Real Housewives of Abuja. So the beginning of this episode was simply the continuation of where episode 6 had ended. Episode 6 had ended with Princess inviting all the ladies to dinner after Arafa had stood her up for their kayaking, get together or meet up, where she intended to, appropriately apologize to Arafa on the altercation they had in Arafa's house. But Arafa had not showed up, and then that message, the WhatsApp message Arafa had sent to her, and had immediately sent the same message to their group, to their WhatsApp group, so Princess did not like that, and so she had not invited Arafa for that dinner, but Arafa showed up anyways. Now the episode started with Princess still asking Arafa why she had not at least deemed it fit to call her after she had seen all of her calls. Now Arafa's excuse was that she was on a phone call when Princess was calling her, and then after the call, she had tried to send Princess a message, and then she felt like Princess did not see the message. She sent to her privately, and then she had proceeded to send the message to the general group. Ladies and gentlemen, I felt like that was just a blatant lie. Because number one, Arafa cannot claim to not know that Princess had invited her to go kayaking with her with intentions to apologize. That invitation was there. Arafa knew, Arafa was aware. And then she delayed, she did not show up at all. And then the only excuse she's giving for not picking Princess's calls is that she was on a call. So I was thinking, why did she apologize for not even showing up at all in the first place? Secondly, why didn't she, call back? I mean, that was the appropriate thing to do. You stood her up. You did not go for the event she had invited you for. Why didn't you call back to apologize? Instead, you sent a flimsy message saying, sorry, I missed your call. Comfort said you reach out to me, and that was that. No simple apology, saying that, oh, sorry, I did not show up. He didn't even, you know what, guys, yeah? It was so annoying. And yes, Princess was upset. She was blowing hot, and I could understand why she was blowing up because, guys, even me, myself, watching the show, I could not seem to understand why Arafa felt it was okay to not show up and then not explain or even apologize for it or even call back. Courtesy demands at least that she does that, but she did not do that. And then Princess was upset initially. She said, okay, she takes back her apology. She takes back the fact that, oh, she was making an attempt to even make peace. But then the other ladies, interceded. Tutupie, as usual, was trying to set fire to the whole thing. And Arafa caught on that, but did not entertain it. But then, just so that peace would reign and everybody would get down to dinner because the food was getting cold, Princess had gone ahead to apologize to Arafa. Now, this was what was really pissing me off. I don't know what Arafa was feeling like in that episode. In fact, in this entire show, she was acting like, I'm the Alpha and Omega, I am bigger. And then there was the age shaming again, calling Princess a child. It was very disgusting. Yeah. For me, I felt like, no, Princess Arafa, stop acting like an agbaya. Respect your age. Since you know now that Princess is a child, you are older. Respect your age and stop calling her her child. And do what adults do. Adults take responsibility for their actions. Adults call out their own bullshit and then take responsibility for it. Arafa was in reverse, acting like the child. Yes, she was not owning up to a mess. And then when the apology came, which was genuine in my opinion, she was acting like she was too big to accept the apology. Okay, fine. Princess was saying, oh, no apology from you, which I felt Princess was in the right place to ask for an apology, for Arafa standing her up and not coming for their meeting, And Arafa said she does not owe Princess an apology. That was just, guys, that just rubbed off on me the wrong way. I felt like, nah, Arafa, there's no excuse for your behavior at this point. That's just messy at this point. You are not acting like an adult. You are actually acting like an adult that has not really grown up. Yeah, so period. Princess let it go. Yeah, I mean, I really commended her for letting it slide. Yes, even in her confessionals, she kept on saying that, well, she does not mind apologizing to Arafa, that she would do it over and over again just for the sake of peace to reign, that she wasn't in for all of the drama. Anyways, Princess decided to surprise the ladies by bringing in a very, very unique, different and beautifully, prepared cultural and Igbo traditional way of inviting people to events. Yes, I don't know if I put that right, but that was where we saw some people dressed in the Igbo culture. You know how in the olden days, the town crier would go ahead and go around sounding the gong, inviting the villagers to gather at the market square or at the King's Palace for a meeting, for a general town meeting. Yeah, that was the same way that Princess had actually, employed to invite the ladies to her princess cultural event or something. I don't know what the theme of the event was, but it was very beautiful, guys. I really loved it. And yes, it was extra, but best believe that was Princess all through and through. If Princess had not done that, I would be disappointed. But guess what? Arafa, in her usual fashion, decided to start, dragging everything down to even the baskets, the gift baskets that Princess, presented to all the ladies on behalf of the, messengers that came to present the gift. In the gift basket, there was biscuits, there was pineapple, there was a small decorated box of flowers. In my frank opinion, it was beautiful. It looked more traditional. And if you ask me, I will say that that is the appropriate way to actually traditionally invite people. It was beautiful. There was non-alcoholic wine in it. It was beautiful. Yeah, I loved it. And the basket was beautifully crafted in a very traditional way. But during Arafa's confessional, she was busy castigating every single item, blah blah blah. She even went to insinuate that the item was cheap, because the way the messengers were addressing the ladies, they were addressing them in a respectful way, calling them Assam, which I don't really know the meaning, but it kind of meant like ladies were rich women, big women, and Arafa was busy dragging down all of Princess's efforts. And this is something typical of Arafa. Arafa does that a lot. She would talk and talk. Guys, you know what, yeah, I just felt like, okay, Arafa was just being Arafa, you know, petty and savage, period. Petty and savage. Anyways, it was the day of Princess's event, and oh my God, it was like a wedding ceremony. It was like Princess was getting married all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, Princess went all out. See, let's begin with the decoration of the venue. It was beautiful. Wow. It was beautiful. It completely represented the theme of the event. I mean, the decoration of the venue completely reflected, you know, the theme of the event. I don't really know the theme of the event, but it was all about, you know, a full and beautiful display of the Igbo culture. And ladies and gentlemen, I could not stop gushing over everything. It was beautiful. The setup, the seating arrangement, it was beautiful. Princess really went all out. She went really extra on this one. And as I said before, if Princess did not do it this way, I would have been disappointed. Yes, because I expected her to do something like this. Although I did not know that she was going to really go all out, and I really appreciated the fact that she really went all out to display her love and appreciation for her culture. Princess really outdid herself on this one. It was beautiful. Yes, the ladies were in attendance. They were all looking marvelous in their outfits. They were looking beautiful. Princess's husband came with, his friends. They were all there to support Princess. Ladies and gentlemen, everything there stood out for me. The fire display, the cultural dancers, the performers, the MC, who is a popular Nollywood actor, really did great as well. The games they played, it was really beautiful. It was fun. It was entertaining. Princess's entrance, oh my God, Lord have mercy. Princess's entrance was so dramatic, but I loved it. However, Comfort had one or two things to say. She was skeptical about what Princess was wearing. She was saying that, Princess dressed like a maiden, but Princess has two kids already. Princess is married, and I'm like, come on, Comfort, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. This lady is trying to tell a story about the Igbo culture. Just keep quiet and appreciate it. I understand that you are the smartest in the group, yeah, and you have an answer for everything. So shh, zip it, keep quiet, focus, enjoy the party. Yes, I don't want to hear any book knowledge at this point in time, yeah. But she had a point, yeah. She had a point, because even Princess said it herself that she had to change from her maiden outfit to her princessy outfit, which looked regal. Princess was looking regal. Even that attire that she was wearing during her confessionals, oh my God, I loved it. For those of you that have been watching me for a long time now, you would have known by now that Glory is a sucker for balloon sleeved outfits or tops. Yes, I love tops that has this full balloon hands. Yes, and I really loved the way it looked on Princess. She was glowing. She was looking queenly. Not even as a princess. She was looking queenly. She was looking regal. And then her mother came and almost stole the show, but Princess was like, lie, this time around it is my show. I'm going to be the center of attention. And that she was. And I love the fact that she was not even forming or even, hiding. Princess went all out to dance. Princess was dancing. She was running around the hall like a typical Igbo girl. She gave us a show. Ladies and gentlemen, I think for about 15 minutes, we were blessed with that beautiful show, with that beautiful display of the Igbo culture. Another thing I really, really loved about Princess's event is the fact that there were actual realistic people who looked excited and enthusiastic enough to want to participate in the event. I don't know how many of you have noticed that when each of the ladies, the other ladies had organized their own event, the people that maybe the producers had added as plus ones, or maybe waka pass people, or maybe people that should just hang around, they would stand there and be moping like they were lost or they were confused. They would be looking like, oh my God, I don't know how to act. Oh my God, I feel useless at this point in time. But the people that were invited for this princesses event, they understood the assignment. They were giving what they were supposed to give. They were showing excitement when they should. They were showing appreciation when they should. They were showing joy. They were dancing. They were happy. The women were in their regalia. They were giving. Guys, me, I did not know when I started dancing in my living room as well. It was so beautiful to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I loved, again, the fact that the music that was played, maybe they had actually played recorded music from popular Nigerian music artists. I don't know. But the fact that it was actually cultural performers that were beating their drums and their gongs, blowing the flute. Oh, that flute player, the person's play of that flute, but I said the person was summoning my spirit. I was almost answering. I said, nah, leave me alone. Let me be here. Nah, but ladies and gentlemen, it was beautiful. And her husband was so supportive. The way he was going to go and spray his wife money. And then at some point, he allowed Princess to dance, to express herself. And then he carried a phone. I think that was Princess's phone because, hey, Princess is a social media guru. He was filming the whole thing for her. I said, tell me about the supportive husband, and I'll show you Princess's husband. It was so beautiful to watch. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I enjoyed it. It was as if I myself had attended that event by myself. Yes, it was a beautiful virtual experience for me. Yes, and it was quite surprising that even Tutupie, that her mouth is always doing her confessionals, she had so much fun to the point that she confessed that she was literally eating almost everything that they served at the event, to the point that she even had a stomach upset. She had to leave on time. But guys, please, anywhere you see Princess Jecoco, help me tell her thank you, honey. Glory Elijah enjoyed herself. Glory Elijah had so much fun, courtesy of all the effort that she put into organizing that event, and courtesy of all the extraness that we saw. Yes, I loved it, and she should just keep it coming. That's it. That's on period.caplocks. Wait, let me say it again. And that's on period.caplocks. Yeah? Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Anyways, away from all the fun and excitement, another interesting scene that we saw was Posharella paying Tutupie a visit at her apartment. Now she had gone to solicit for Tutu's support. Remember, on one of the previous episodes, she had actually told Tutupie that she was about to launch her album and she would need Tutupie's help in gathering people, to come for the album listening. Now, Tutupie had a question, or she was wondering, like, okay, what exactly was Posharella releasing? Like, she doesn't even have a song released yet, and she wants to do an album launch. And guys, for the first time, I could not help but agree with Tutupie, because here was Posharella, who had admitted in a confessional that she had not entered the studio for 15 years. Now, you've not released any song. You don't have any song that is even a hit yet. I want to do an album launch. What is the song going to sound like? What exactly, But then the good thing is Tutupie assured her of her support, that she was going to support her no matter what. And then OJ had gone to the studio with her, is it Namibian? A Namibian friend, and she was going to record a song. I love that vibe. I love that energy. But then I had a lot of skepticisms that, oh my God, how is she going to thrive in this music industry? Because the Nigerian music industry is so saturated. And this is not me saying that people should not come in anymore. No, I mean, there's the birth of a new talent every single day. There's a rediscovery or a fresh discovery of a unique talent somewhere, somehow in Nigeria, in the world at large, But then here is Posharella, who is a businesswoman, who is also a charity organization's owner, who also has dreams of having a baby in the next 1 year. How is she going to juggle all these things together with this new music career that she's trying to push? Will her money, will her connection, will her ties get her where she wants to get with her music? That was the question I had, all right? And then the next scene, Arafa had organized a sip and paint event with some of the ladies, Tutupie, Arafa, Tutupie, OJ, Posharella, and Comfort. And they had a male model who had stripped whilst leaving only his boxers as their model, as their object to paint. And it was a very, very interesting gathering. I loved how relaxed it was. The ladies were having so much fun. Oh my God, their paintings was disastrous. Every single one of them. Okay, let's give Arafa just a score, maybe just a 2 or a 3. But you see the rest of them, it was a disaster. They were drawing rubbish. In fact, they were painting nonsense. It was so scary. Even the male model had to laugh really hard at what they were painting. But I love the fact that they were able to come together and do that, because you know, it was just another way for them to kind of blow off steam, you know, just relax. And for the first time, enjoy one another's company without all the bass-boost, without all the drama, without all the drags. It was quite beautiful. And then the final scene, this is the scene where Tutupie was literally dragging Samantha under the bus like a ratchet being. It was insane. It was crazy. Now, Arafa had invited Tutupie to lunch. According to her, she felt like there was a distance brewing between both of them, you know, regardless of the fact that both of them, they've known each other sort of like the longest amongst all the ladies. So she wanted them to have a conversation and, you know, mend their fences, whatever the problem was between them. And so they had gone for lunch, and Arafa was trying to find out what the issue was. And guys, I was quite disappointed that Tutupie decided to make the conversation all about Comfort. She kept on telling Arafa that, oh, it was because of Comfort that she was no longer close to her, that Comfort was trying to instigate shit, you know, so that her, Tutupie, will continuously be attacking Arafa. Now, Arafa was trying to convince her that, listen, that is not the case. I see different. The only reason Comfort is showing concern and care about you is because all of us had all pushed her into taking you up as a mentee, because we felt like we were not the right people, you know, to mentor you into the right direction of finding you a proper man for a husband. And so we decided that, okay, let it be Arafa's job, rather Comfort's job, and you had agreed. That's exactly what Comfort is doing, not what you are thinking. But then Tutupie was still insistent that no, that Comfort is a bitter woman because Comfort is trying to project her younger self on her. And I'm like, wow, Tutupie, are you so insecure that you do not recognize when people are showing genuine concern about you? Like, what's your issue? I mean, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be frank with you. I was so, I don't know, what's the word? I was so disappointed in Tutupie's way of reasoning in that conversation, because it was very obvious that Comfort was not a problem. It was very obvious that Tutupie was obviously would not kill me. It was very obvious that Tutupie just needed a way to pin something on Comfort. She wanted to gather people, like mobilize people to see Comfort as a bad person. But then it was not working. And I love the fact that Arafa cleared that. Arafa told her that, listen, Comfort is not my friend. And guys, that's a fact, yes. From the start of the show, go and watch from episode 1 or episode 2. Arafa has said it, that Comfort is actually her husband's friend. It was her husband that started trying to put both of them together so that they will have a good relationship. So Arafa told Tutupie that, listen, if I wanted to go out partying now, Comfort knows that I will never call her, that I will call you. But if there's anything she knows about Comfort, it's the fact that Comfort is not a bad person. That Comfort is only looking out for her. Now, it was at that point Tutupie realized that, okay, she did not really have a strong argument anymore to convince Arafa. That was where she dragged Samantha's name into the whole matter. Now, she was now telling Arafa the reason she had quarreled with the man that they went out with that night. The reason she was upset with the man. Now, these revelations, they choke. Let me drink water first before I faint. Because what I heard, I'm even scared of repeating it on this video. 1 second. Now, according to Tutupie, that night that she and Samantha had gone clubbing, that they had gone clubbing, you know, with one of our toasters, that's Tutupie's toasters. Now, the same Samantha who kept on saying that, oh, we're trying to find you a man, the same Samantha who is married with 4 kids, was literally trying to collect the number of her toaster, that's Tutupie's toaster. Now, according to Tutupie, this man is very cute, obviously. And then Samantha had given her phone to the man that she wants to collect the man's number. And then she had asked Samantha why. And Samantha had said, oh, he's very cute. That she got really pissed. And then she collected Samantha's phone from the man's hand and flung it at Samantha. That she found that very, very offensive. That you're already married. You have a family. I am not. I'm looking for a person to settle with. And then you are coming to come and block. What exactly are you doing? Now, Tutupie also made another dirty revelation. She said that she already has a hard time trying to, swallow the word on the street. Word on the street is that Samantha is actually sleeping with small boys. In other words, having sex with small boys, regardless of the fact that she's married and she has 4 kids. Guys, Tutupie said that. Hey! I almost fainted. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. This is a lot. This is a lot. And I felt really bad. Because I felt like, come on, Tutupie. No matter what Samantha did to you, don't you think that this is too extreme? You outing her like that, just coming to open your mouth, wah, and saying that, oh, blah, blah. Guys, that was just a lot. But on the flip side, I also realized that Comfort did not really do anything to Tutupie. Tutupie was just hating. And it made me feel like there are so many things, kind of some like demons, that Tutupie is fighting in her head, that she feels like Comfort is the enemy. I'm not completely concluding on Tutupie's personality yet. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to try as much as possible to be patient. Wait it out to the end of the season to see if I'm still going to get at least a tangible reason, why Tutupie dislikes, I don't want to use the word hate, but dislikes Comfort so much. But in the meantime, I would love to know what you all think. So please go ahead and share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. But hey, before I leave, let me leave you with a word. Be careful of what you tell people you call your friends. Because just when you think you're safe, they just might use it against you, and it might ruin your life and cost you a lot more than you even expect. So guys, I'll see you all on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.